In 2010, the Clinton Foundation exploited the people of Haiti in what was one of the world's worst geopolitical scandals ever. After the 7 magnitude earthquake hit Haiti in 2010, 200,000 people were dead, and it displaced at least 300,000 more. These people who were displaced no longer had homes, their schools were demolished, the hospitals were ruined, any functioning roadways that they might have had were completely lost in the earthquake. And so the Obama administration and Secretary Moon from Haiti appointed the Clinton Foundation as the head of recovery relief activities. The job of the Clinton Foundation was to find a contracting company that would be responsible for rebuilding the homes, the schools, and the hospitals, and they were to do it in a manner that was as cheap as possible for Haiti, but that would still benefit Haiti. They would get good homes, they would get good schools, and good hospitals. The normal process for this is for them to have a competitive type of bid where they look at several different companies and compare who would charge the least amount of money and make the best homes, and that wasn't the system that happened in Haiti. What they did was basically funnel money into Haiti and then back out of Haiti into their own pockets. They did this by hiring companies who were friends to them during Bill Clinton's presidencies, who donated to Hillary in 2008, who donated large millions of dollars, large amounts of money into the Clinton Foundation. And those were the people they chose to basically work the funds. So what you had was no longer a system of helping Haiti, but rather helping the people who belonged and who donated to the Clinton Foundation.
If you look at some of the infrastructure projects that were undertaken, the Clintons had very grand plans to build large tracts of homes, and there were contractors that were selected for those projects. Sometimes the contractors had experience, sometimes they did not.
There's one company in Florida that spent $1 million getting equipment into Haiti. They had experience in disaster relief, but according to the owners of that company, they only made a small donation to the Clinton Foundation. And guess what? They didn't get any relief contracts. On the other hand, the contractors who did win the awards were given the opportunity to build homes, and in some instances were supposed to build tens of thousands of homes for Haitians. They ended up building a fraction of that. For instance, the New Settlements program was supposed to build 15,000 homes for $53 million. Instead, it built 2,600 homes.
Of the total money collected by the Clinton Foundation, which averaged about $14.3 billion, so it was a lot of money, almost none of that was actually seen put back into Haiti. One of the jobs of the Clinton Foundation was to find the company who would do the work at the most competitive price, yet have the best work, and that's not what we saw. For instance, Claudio Osorio and Inovita, their job was to make 15,000 homes for $53 million, but instead they built 2,600 homes for almost double at $90 million. So a lot of the people, a lot of the Haitian community was really confused and unaware of where all of that money was going, and then they realized that basically what the companies were doing was going in on those loans and basically putting the money back into their pocket. The Clinton Foundation and Innovata did a home staging that cost $2 million, and of the 24 homes that were built at that home staging, none of them were sold, and they basically became a residence for squatters. No families were able to go into those homes, and a lot of the homes that did get built that were usable had to be rebuilt less than a year later because they weren't functional. One of the other scandals that happened in Haiti was a cell phone company that the Clinton Foundation put into play used the Haitians to make money for their own company rather than actually helping the Haitians. The Haitians were told that they would get this cell phone coverage for free during the time of their recovery efforts, and after they got the cell phones, their names were automatically funneled into a system that so many years later they would have to pay a certain amount of money, and most of the Haitian population wasn't aware that it was going on. So they got down the road later, and they were living in these tents, living in these shanty homes, fighting, to get their kids to school. And then all of a sudden they're being contacted by their government saying that they owe a couple $1,000s or a couple $100s for cell phone coverage that they said they were going to get for free during the times of the recovery efforts. Normally, people of Haiti would make makeshift homes that were usable, but they needed money to do. For instance, they'd be cinder block homes that were cheap to make, but they could make big enough for their families. So what you saw 5 years after the earthquake happened was all of the money that was funneled in and then back out of Haiti didn't make any of those homes, those cinder block homes, those mud homes that the people of Haiti could actually use. Rather, what you saw is miles and miles and miles of families crammed together living under tarps, makeshift tents, what we would consider shanty towns in the mountains of Haiti, across barren lands in Haiti. You had community toilets, people basically doing their business in buckets and having to dump them out. There was no functioning bathrooms built. One of the hardest things you can do as a public relations professional is give a good perception to the public of a bad product, and that's what Hillary Clinton and the Clinton Foundation are, as a bad product. In the 2016 presidential election, one of the hardest obstacles that Hillary Clinton had to conquer was her past scandals that kind of fell on top of her recent scandals, and basically her campaign just imploded because you reach a certain point where you can no longer give the public a good perception of a bad product. Because Hillary Clinton is such a bad product, she makes the job of public relations almost impossible to do.